All right. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start on our backs tonight. So everybody just stretch out. We're going to start in Shavasana, as we always do with this class. Since it starts a little later and it's on a Monday night. Of course, all the days run together nowadays. But let's just stretch out, close the eyes, start to pay attention to your body. Maybe move the feet around, wiggle the fingers and the toes. Windshield wiper the feet. Pay attention to how your body feels. What's going on with you today? Maybe you're sore from some other activity that you did this weekend, or maybe you're just a little lethargic and you haven't moved around. So just kind of move and shake the body, working your way up from the feet to the knees, into the legs. Kind of slide on each of the sits bones. Suck in the belly. Come through all the way up into the shoulders, the fingers, all the way to the top of your head. And let's take a big inhale in through the nostrils. Open the mouth and exhale. Again, inhale. Open the mouth, exhale. One more time, inhale. This time as you exhale, open the mouth and feel your arms and your legs as they get a little bit heavier against your mat. And then bring yourselves into that natural rhythm of your own breath. A very easy, effortless breath that is uniquely yours. You can place your left hand over your heart and your right hand over your belly. And focus all of your attention on the inhale and the exhale. You feel your belly rise and fall. You can feel the vibrations of your heart beating. Show some gratitude for these signs of life. Gratitude for the life that you have, not only for the fact that you're here lying on top of the earth, but that you can participate in this yoga practice. So now is the time to set an intention for tonight's practice. And that intention is simply, why are you here? So you can be here because you practice yoga. That could be the big intention for why you're here. Or maybe there's some reason why you really need to practice tonight. You really didn't need to miss, or you really just needed to show up. Whatever that is, whatever that reason, set that as your intention. Attach it to your breath and we'll come back to it. So, we'll be here for the next 30 seconds or so with only the awareness of our breath and our intentions. Then bend the knees and bring the feet in closer. Stretch out the left leg straight, lift it all the way up. Cross it over the right with the ankle just above the knee. Then reach through, grab the back of the right thigh, pull it in close. Recline pigeon, you're stretching that left hip. Breathe into the stretch. Then set the right foot down, take the arms to a T, let both knees fall over to the left and gaze out over the right fingertips. Lift them back up and uncross. Stretch out the right leg straight, lift them all the way up. Cross it over the left. Reach through, grab the back of the left thigh, pull it in close, recline pigeon. Set the left foot down, arms to a T, let both knees fall over to the right. Gaze out over the left fingertips. And lift them back up, uncross. You can grab the outer edges of the feet, come into happy baby, really pulling down, compressing those knees almost under the armpits. You can give a side-to-side massaging the lower back. And then hug the knees in closer to the chest. Again, you can rock side to side. Then begin to rock front to back on your mat. All the way up to seated. All right. So starting from this easy seated position, we're going to do some kind of loosen up the neck and the shoulders. So let's begin to do this, lifting the shoulders up, take them back, exhale them down, forward, inhale them up. So just working those joints, synchronizing your breath. And then reverse directions. All right. Now let's take the right ear down to the right shoulder. Stretch out the left arm straight and then lower it at an angle until the fingertips just touch the floor or your mat. Reach up and over with the right hand. Give a little tug to the left side temple. And then breathe into the stretch. The left side neck and shoulder. Bring it back. All right, let's take left ear, left shoulder. Right arm out straight. Up and over. And then bring it back. All right, we're going to do just some head rolls. So taking again, right ear, right shoulder, rolling it all the way to the back. Left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest. Roll it on around. You can synchronize your breath with this too. Maybe have an exhale at the front. Inhale in the back. Reverse directions. All right. Let's turn and come to a tabletop position. All right, we got shoulders directly over the wrists, knees beneath the hips. We're going to start with some cat-cows. So we're initiating with the tailbone, curling that tailbone up, lowering the belly, dipping the chest, and then rolling the head up. You got that natural curvature of the spine. Take a big inhale here. On exhale, curl the tailbone under, roll the back, chin to chest. Inhale, back cow. Exhale, cat. Cow. And cat. Cow. Cat. Cow. And cat. All right. So now let's do our wrist strengthening exercises. Try to do these every week. So you're making a contact point on your mat with the thumb, the pinky, and the top pad of the hand. So you got the shoulders directly over the wrists. So you're going to hinge at the knuckles. So you're making a contact, pressing in with the thumb and the pinky and the top pad of the hand, and lifting and lowering. Inhale, lift, lower, lift. Try to keep the thumbs down. Let's do one more. And lower. All right. So let's take the right hand and turn it clockwise. Left hand counterclockwise. We're going to do cat-cows in this way. So inhale. Exhale, cat. Cow. Let's do one more round. All right, spin it around. Okay, so from tabletop, let's take the left leg back, press and pedal. Stretching the calf and the ball of the foot. All right, keeping the left hand and the left foot down, we're going to take the right arm all the way up. And then swing it forward. Right leg up. So find your balance with your breath. You want to lift the left leg, don't lift the left hip. So you want it square. And then knee to elbow. Extend. Knee to elbow. Extend. Knee to elbow. Extend. One more time, knee to elbow, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend and lower. Shake out that left wrist. All right, back to tabletop. Let's take the right leg back. Press and pedal. So keeping the right hand and the right foot down. We're going to take the left arm all the way up. And then swing it forward. Lift that right leg up. Find your balance with your breath. Knee to elbow. Extend. Knee to elbow. Extend. Knee to elbow. Extend. One more time, knee to elbow, and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend. And lower. Bring it down to a child's pose. Now walk the hands off the mat over to the right. Stack the left hand on top of the right. Sink into the left knee. We're going for that stretch in the left side body. Now walk the hands back through the middle. Come all the way over to the left. And then bring it back to the center. Sink back into the child's pose. So a little bit more. All right, we're going to press into the hands, roll it forward. Might need to bring those knees together. We're going to come into an up dog position. So if this is a little too much for your back right now, you can come to a Sphinx pose or Cobra. You can get a little side to side, and then push back into child's pose. Roll it forward again. Push back again, child's pose. One more time, roll it forward. This time we're going to press into the tops of the feet, come into full up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. So first downward facing dog, we're going to walk the dog, bending one knee and then the other. Shake the head, yes and no. Also flow into plank. Check out your alignment. You should be able to flow into plank and push back to downward facing dog without adjusting the distance between the hands and the feet. Flow into plank again. Now lift the right leg up. Flow down into a three-legged plank. Take knee to nose, back, knee to right, left elbow, back, knee to right elbow. Open the hip, close, back, and then lower. Left leg up, three-legged plank, knee to nose, back, knee to right elbow, back, knee to left elbow, open the hip, close it, back, and then lower. All right, from knees, get the toes towards the back of the mat. We're gonna walk the right foot forward, lean into it till you got right knee over right ankle, but not beyond. The further back you have the left toes, the deeper stretch you get in the left quad. So we're gonna sink and pulse. You're really kind of sinking into keeping the knee, right knee stationary. You're sinking down into the hip and quad. And then arms overhead. Straighten, fold, runner's lunge. Step it back. Left knee forward. So you're really sinking down. Really getting the stretch here. You should feel it here. And then arms overhead. Straighten and fold. And then step it back. Let's bring it back to tabletop. We're going to come into our final pose on the floor for this warm-up. We're going to walk the hands out. Come into puppy pose. And then we're going to roll it forward. Actually, we have one more pose. Or two. Sphinx pose. And then lower all the way down. We're going to come into locust pose. So you can take the hands behind you with palms down, or you can bind them behind the back. And then we're going to lift. Left, legs, chest, arms. And then lower. And then lift. Lower. And then one more time, lift. And lower. And then press up dog again. Then we're going to tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up. Bring it in between the hands. High crescent lunge. All right, so we're going to do our archer pose this week. Right arm out straight. Take the left hand behind the head and put the fingers into that divot in the back of the head. Press back on the head. Close the left eye. Look out over that right thumb. Find your breath. And then we're going to turn. And then turn it back. And then step it forward. And fold. We'll keep it lifted up halfway. Big inhale. Exhale, fold. And grab the back of the calves. Lift up halfway again. Really engaging the core. And then fold. Lift again. And fold. Bend the knees, right foot back. High crescent lunge. Hand to the back of the head. Left arm forward. Close the right eye. And then we're going to turn. Once you get all the way turned, we're going to take 7 breaths. Turn it back. Step it forward. And then come into a chair. Fold. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, bring it all the way up. Exhale down to heart center. All right. So towards the front of our mat, we're going to do some sun salutations. And we're going to go back to, for you guys that take my class a lot, we're going to go back to the old way we used to do the sequence. We're going to do a basic sun salutation with 3 poses in between. And we're going to do it for 10 breaths. Then go through it again for 5 breaths. And then we'll go through the whole thing again. We'll repeat it 3 times, and we'll do it 1 breath per movement. It's really going to get our heart rates going. When we get to that last set, I will cue it. But if I'm going too fast or too slow, you go at your own pace. So let's start off in Tadasana. Let's get the feet hip distance apart. Should be able to fit 2 fists in between the feet. Wiggle them around, feel all 4 corners. Tadasana Mountain Pose, the foundation of Surya Namaskara beat. It's where we start and finish. Palms open, knees are lifted, quads engaged, core engaged, shoulders back, palms open, slight lift in the chin. Now bring it back to your breath. The breath we found in the beginning, and bring it back to your intentions. Bring it back to the reason why you're doing this tonight. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale down to heart center. Again, lift. Exhale, heart center. One more time, lift. And then we dive it forward and sit into chair. 10 breaths. Fold. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Step back, take a vinyasa. Right leg up. In between the hands. Warrior 1. Warrior 1, you got right knee over right ankle. Left foot is turned at a 45-degree angle. And you got heel to heel alignment, which means the right heel, you were to draw a line, lines up with the back of the left. Hips are square. Arms overhead. And then we're going to open it up to Warrior 2. Now always heel, toe, the front leg, just a little, so that it lines up with the middle of the back foot. 10 breaths here. Straighten that right leg. Take the right hand to the right shin, triangle. And then plant the hands. Step it back. Vinyasa. Left leg up. In between the hands. Warrior 1. Again, left knee over left ankle. Hips are square. Heel to heel alignment. 10 breaths. Warrior two. Straighten that left leg, left hand, left shin, arm up, triangle. Plant the hands, step it back, vinyasa. Look between the hands, step or hop, and then chair. Hold. Lift. Fold. Bend the knees all the way up. Heart center. All right. Okay, let's go through that again. This time we're gonna hold the breaths, hold the poses for 5 breaths. So feet are hip distance apart. Knees are lifted. Quads engaged. Core engaged. Shoulders back, palms open, slight lift in the chin. Bring it back to your breath. And bring it back to your intentions. Arms overhead. And then diving forward. Chair, 5 breaths. Fold. Lift. And fold. Plank hand. Vinyasa. Right leg up. Warrior 1. 5 breaths. Warrior 2. Triangle. Plant the hands. Vinyasa. Left leg up. In between the hands. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Triangle. Plant the hands. Step it back, vinyasa. Look between the hands, step or hop. Chair. 5 breaths. Hold. Lift. Exhale, fold, bend the knees. Bring it all the way up. Exhale, heart center. All right. So let's come to Tadasana one last time. I'm going to face this way for the entire time. So again, we're going to go through this 3 times. We will not come all the way up, arms up. When we hop forward, we'll go to chair for 1 breath. We'll fold, we'll lift halfway. We'll go right back into vinyasa and do the sequence again. So as I said, you can keep up with the pace, or you can go faster, or you can go slower. If you get tired, you can skip the vinyasas. It's all yogi choice, or you can just go to a child's pose. So let's come back to Tadasana. Back to your breath. Back to your intentions. Arms overhead. Dive it forward. Chair, 1 breath. Fold, lift, fold, plant the hands, vinyasa. Right leg up. Warrior 1. 1 breath. 2. Triangle, vinyasa. Left leg. Warrior 1. 2. Triangle, vinyasa. So we're maintaining the integrity of the poses. Chair, fold, lift, fold. Plant the hands. Right leg. Warrior 1. 2. Triangle. Hands. Left leg. Warrior 1. 2. Triangle. Hands. Step or hop. Chair. Fold. Lift. Fold. Plant the hands. Last one. Right leg up. Warrior 1. 2. Triangle. Hands. Left. Look between the hands. Last one, chair, 10 breaths. All right, let's have a seat. Actually, come to your backs. So we're going to go right into plate circles. And this is the mountaintop. Take the thumb and the index finger, make this diamond shape. Place that in the sacral point. Lower back. Lift the legs all the way. Lower left leg, 6 inches above the ground. Hold it. Right leg, plate circles, 10 circles the size of a plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch out the legs. Don't let anything touch the ground. Left leg, place circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Reverse directions. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Now, good job, everyone. Again, windshield wiper the knees. Whatever it is you feel like you need to do at this point in your practice, you can do that. You can get a drink of water. So now we're going to come into a bridge pose. So walk those feet in closer. Take the hands, palms down either side of the hips. Tuck those shoulders underneath you. And then we're going to lift, press into the heels. We're going to lift with the quads, not the glutes. You're going to hold for 10 breaths. And if wheel is in your practice, you can also do wheel. All right, after 10 breaths, go ahead and lower one vertebrae at a time. Let the tailbone be the last thing to touch. So we're going to roll over onto our bellies. We're going to come into bow pose. Accessing both of the feet with the hands. Really stretching the quads. So you want to lift the legs and lift the chest. So I'm just going to do one leg at a time right now. I'm going to get 10 breaths in. After 10 breaths, you can release and then come to a child's pose. Now let's press the other hand. We're going to roll it forward. Come back to that up dog position. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. We're going to lift the right leg up. Bring it in between the hands. Come into a high crescent lunge. And we're going to take these arms down into cactus arms. Really feel those shoulder blades. Pull them back. Imagine you've got a pencil that someone lines up over your spine, right in the middle of the shoulder blades. And it's just there where if you could just squeeze a little bit more, you could grab that pencil. See what it would take. How much you can bring those shoulder blades together. Like you're holding that pencil in place. Now bring them forward, right over left. You want the elbows to line up. Place those hands on either side. And then back. And then this time left over right. And back. Right over left. Back. Left over right. Back. Now we're going to take left under the right. Place the palms together. Lift those elbows. And then slowly release. And step it forward. Now let's take the right leg back. Back to the lunge. Arms overhead. Now let's take cactus arms again. Really try to grab that pencil. And again, let's take right or left. Back. Left over right. Back. Right over left. It's like you're giving yourself a hug. Take them back. Left over right. Back. So this time you're taking right on your left, or whichever one we didn't do last time. You want to lift the elbows, but keep the shoulders down. Release. Step into it. All right. Now, let's bring it to the front of your mat. Let's come back to Tadasana. Bring it back to your breath. Give a little smile and bring it back to your intentions. Let's shift the weight into the left leg. Let's take the right knee into the right hand. We're going to do 10 breaths here. Swing it open like a gate. Place that foot anywhere above or below the knee, just not directly on the knee joint. You're coming into tree pose. 10 breaths. And then take that foot all the way back. Coming into warrior two. Lean it forward, flip the palm, reverse warrior. Wave that left arm down in front of your face. Take it down to the left thigh. Lift this arm up in front of your eyes. Extended side angle. Straighten that left leg. Lift it, spin it, and fold. Take the left hand down on the floor in front of your face. Take the right hand behind the back or up into the sky. Twist. And then release. Take the right hand down. And then release. Lift it up halfway. Spin that left foot forward. Step into it. Come back into tree. And then release. All right. So again, Tadasana. This time, let's shift the weight into the right leg. Take that left knee into the left hand. And then swing it open like a gate. Place that foot anywhere above or below the knee, just not directly on the knee joint. Tree pose. And then take it and step it all the way back. Lean it forward, flip the palm. Down. Swing an extended side angle. And then we're going to step into that right foot. Come all the way back up. Come back into tree. 5 breaths here. And then release. Let's bring it back to This wide-legged stance. We're going to come into Malasana or Yogi squat. The shoulders should feel really loose right now. Take them back, palms open. Let's take a big inhale overhead. Exhale down to heart center. All right, let's take the left hand down, take the right arm behind the back and twist it open. And then release. Same on the other side. And then if crow is in your practice, take both hands down. You can place. We're going to come into pigeon after that, but if you want to try, place both hands down. Place those knees on the outside, either on the outside of the arms, directly into the triceps or into the underarms. I see people do. You want to keep that gaze looking forward, engaging the core. The key is keeping that gaze about a foot beyond the hands forward. All right. We're going to come into pigeon. So take it to a downward facing dog. Lift the left leg up in between the hands. Pigeon. All right. Let's switch it out. Come to the other side. All right. So let's go ahead and come to our backs. And let's go ahead and cross the left over the right. And then let both knees fall. Take the arms to a T. Let both knees this time fall over to the right. Gaze out over the left fingertips. You can take the right hand and pull the left knee down. And then lift them back up. Again. Lift them back up. Can come into happy baby. Anything else that you feel like you need to do to complete your practice tonight? Now would be the time to do that before we come into our final resting pose, Shavasana. We're going to have about a 3-minute Shavasana tonight. So we have about 30 seconds to get ready for that. So you can windshield wiper the legs. You can take the legs up and over, come into plow pose. Or do another bridge pose. Whatever you feel like your body needs to complete this practice. Let's go ahead and stretch out. Coming back full circle from where we began. And let's do those things again. Pay attention to how your body feels now compared to your gauge when you started. Let's close the eyes and congratulate yourselves for showing up. And bring it back to your intentions. And let yourselves know that you are enough for today, for this day. So begin to bring awareness back to the body. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. And rotate the wrists and the ankles. And lift the arms up overhead. Hug the knees in closer to the chest. Let yourselves fall over to one side or the other. And when you're ready, with the eyes closed, lift yourselves back up to the seated position. And then breathe with me one more time as we lift arms overhead. And exhale down to heart center. And closing our practice again tonight with gratitude. Gratitude for this space that we can come. Gratitude for this practice that we share together. Most of all, always, gratitude for these bodies that still enable us to practice. The light in me recognizes and honors the light in all of you. Namaste.